Did Bill touch too many buttons?
Bonnie,
on it?
thanks.
Bonnie, thank you.
We even have Damon here. Come on.
Damon isn't here.
Oh, yeah, I am.
That's why,
He's on virtual.
that's why we,
Yeah,
No, that's fine, not David. Gee, Jack, come on.
I know.
all right,
See you guys. Call me when it's
okay, so.
Let's do this.
Now that the meeting's open and, right, we need to approve the minutes for the.
The first one
the
should be,
April 3rd
it should
and
be the
April
13th,
24th.
Bill. I'm sorry. It should be April 13th.
April 13th, April 24th, 5/1.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for April 3rd, April 24th, and the time,
April
5/1.
13th,
Hey,
April 20th.
May 1st.
One of mine was last.
Yeah.
Abstain.
Sorry.
One of them I was.
actually, you know what, we might have to do individually, because I think
Yeah,
Damon
do
missed.
them separately, I think.
Damon, which meeting did you miss?
Share your screen during a Microsoft Teams.
Barry was the 24th you missed. Or David missed May 1st.
All right,
Okay, so I'll
so,
make a motion to approve for April 3rd, 23rd,
April 13th, I'm sorry.
13th.
Screen to share your entire
Okay.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
All right.
so that passes.
I'll make a motion to approve April 24th.
Abstain.
All right,
Yeah,
Do I have a
Barry's
second?
missing.
Damon.
Second, yes.
Need a second on the 24th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Abstain.
Aye.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of May 1st.
Damon, you were absent,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
I'll abstain.
yep. All those taken care of?
Yeah,
Okay. So, the next, item on the agenda is a continuation of public hearing for 3537 Hastings Street. I will read a letter. I got two actually, and they both should be read in, but, most importantly, a letter from, council for, Hastings Street Plaza LLC, which, is for 3537. It says, dear planning board, conservation commission, zoning board members. As legal counsel for Hastings Street Plaza LLC applicant. And given the recent adopted zoning bylaw amendment regarding the adult residential mixed use overlay district. We respectfully withdraw all current applications before you. For the above captioned properties without prejudice, we plan to refile pertinent applications under the new overlay district. And that's Mark K. Black, the attorney representing. John and I also posted a letter sent to all. You will shortly receive a formal letter of withdrawal, which we did, for our mixed-use project in 3537 Hastings. From our lawyer, Mark Cabot. I'd like to withdraw the current project that has been in front of the board without prejudice, so we may submit the new improved project on the new adult residential mixed-use overlay district bylaw that recently passed the town meeting. I'd personally like to thank everyone who's been supportive of the project and to thank everyone for the hard work in creating a bylaw. I truly believe it will be beneficial to the town. John, and I think engineering manager of the meeting. So, those in order,
Motion to close.
yeah, your motion.
Motion to close the
Second.
public hearing for 3537 Hastings Street.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That matter is disposed of. So, make sure it's
so do you have to?
closed until they refile. So that one is done.
Okay, do you have to vote for the letter, accept the letter from it?
Technically, Bill, she's right. You should vote to accept the withdrawal without prejudice.
Make a motion to accept the letter from withdrawal without prejudice.
Second,
Second, okay.
All those in favor?
aye.
Damon, I.
Now I'll make a motion to close the public hearing, 3537 Hastings.
Second,
All those in favor?
So now it's-
I'm not sure that it was necessary. The only one who could complain is the applicant, and he's the one who sent the letter.
Well, that's true.
All right, so that takes care of that. Next order of business would be. Jack, you'll have to, I'll let you tell me exactly where we stand with, the continuation of public hearing for 23 Cape Road.
Yep, there's still outstanding items. One is a legal opinion from town council regarding the setback that came up at a couple meetings ago. The applicant's attorney wrote their opinion. And I talked to Karis last Thursday and she just could not get it done by today. It was impossible, she said.
That's understandable with the town meeting. That was,
Right, and she represents other towns, so,
Yeah.
and,
and
And
they're
they're
all
still-
town meeting right now, so.
right, and they're still waiting for, their revised traffic report, which hopefully will, well, possibly have, another, lane in there. But we didn't talk about that. And lastly, I know this is a few meetings ago, but at the, I promised a few of the residents to have our acoustic sound engineer at the meeting. And he is coming. I just keep putting them off, so.
Okay,
So they still got some stuff to do.
yeah, all right. Okay, so, they have requested the continuation, correct? Did we get a letter from them or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got an email.
I have,
You have to do email, yeah?
oh, here it is. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna read into the record the letter we received from Blue Water Group. And their request was just, I am writing to request a continuance of the public hearing for 23 Cape Road. Project from tonight, 5:15 to the next planning board meeting on Monday, 6/5. Please confirm receipt. No issue there. I just need a motion to, public hearing, please.
I'll make a motion to continue the public hearing, 23 Cape Road. Till
June
Sunday.
5th.
what?
June 5th.
June 5th.
7 o'clock.
Second,
6.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Excuse me, Your Honor, 6
I
o'clock.
do the same.
We got a second by Derek?
Yeah.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right, that's disposed of, last order of business, I think.
We have the 147.
Get another one. All right, we have a continuation public hearing for 147 East Hartford Ave. I have a letter from, Harry Enterprises. Says, hi Jack, I will not be getting the report until the end of next week. Please continue my public hearing for your next planning board meeting. Thank you, Harry. I would, I'd be looking for a motion to.
make a motion to continue the public hearing for 147 Hartford Ave East, June 5th, 6 P.M.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and now last but not least. We have a continuation public hearing for 55 Cape Road. Fine.
Yep, I was gonna say Ethan should be there.
He is. Okay. So the outstanding items. Number one, I want to get an understanding of what you do at 55 Cape Road. I did have a complaint from from someone who lives nearby.
okay.
And, you know, it wasn't, she's not the type of person to normally complain. Usually, I guess it was some burning or something. She thought it smelled like rubber. I don't know. I think that's why I want to learn more about your operation. So, like I said, this should all been done when you moved in. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Got to build better processes in the town.
No, we build cell towers, we build cell sites. As far as burning, I mean, we did pull a burning permit, like, and we burned some.
Maybe it was-
brush and stuff that we had out back.
Yeah, maybe it was that. I mean, she wasn't vehemently opposed to you. She just wanted to raise a concern.
Okay.
And I told her everything else. So you guys just built cell towers, so.
And then the new building is gonna be just its storage for equipment. That goes-
Nothing hazardous on site.
No, it's all like the computer plants that go on the, it's like the cabinets with all like the internet.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I got
I
you.
do the excavation, I don't do the,
I
the
got you.
technical stuff here, you know.
So you do the site.
Yes, I do the site work and everything. Yes.
Okay. Alright. All right, then I will assume that there's nothing nefarious going on there. If we get reports, obviously, that there was, we can call you. But, it's been a while since we've been on this project, you know, I've got my phone book with me tonight, so. Jack, do you recall what was still outstanding on this, or? Give me, your mic's off, Danny.
Could you repeat that, Bill?
I said, do you recall, what was outstanding on this? After the last, I got the wrong notebook with me, so.
You had told me about the burning complaint. I know you wanted to know what they do in the big building versus the small building. I know that their engineer is online and I think he does have a conceptual plan for you guys to look like at, but that's what I remember.
Okay, maybe that's where we left it off, at the conceptual plan, was that the only outstanding?
We need the site plan, so I have a site plan that I submitted tonight.
Okay. All right. So this is, how big is this building again? 2,000 square feet?
It's 45 different.
Rick, can you share that?
Sure. And are you able to see that?
No.
Oh,
Rick, I printed out a copy of the plan.
yeah, I'd like the public to be able to see.
Oh, I get to.
Gail, you have to hit the share button, share all. Oh, there it is. There we go.
You got it now?
Yeah,
Alright, close those
All right.
windows. Just
Are
click
you
off.
able to hear me?
On the time. Click up, yeah, okay, do that. There you go.
Okay.
All right, now we can see.
Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good evening. Rick Goodrow with United Consultants. We're here on behalf of Ethan and his firm. They are the owners of the property at 5557 Cape Road. I think Ethan has gone over what they do. They're in the cell tower business. So what we've done, been able to do since the last meeting was to complete an existing conditions plan, which you see here in grayscale. We've identified the lot, the abutting properties. We've identified that there's a split zone for this property. The front portion of the property that fronts on Cape Road is within the Highway Business District. The rear portion of the property is in the Rural Residential District. We have hatched out the existing building for clarity. The existing building is approximately 20,200 square feet in area. There are some overhangs to the building that were not included, roof overhangs that overhang the concrete areas to the left of the building. And also some areas in the front and around the right-hand side, we have that roof overhang. To the left of the building is an existing asphalt parking lot. To the right of the building and to the rear of the building is a gravel access driveway, providing basically 360-degree access, excuse me, to the building. We've been able to obtain copies of the septic design plan as well as the as-built. We provided the approximate location of that based on the as-built plans to the front portion of the building. What the proposal consists of is a construction of a 45-foot by 45-foot proposed building, which we've provided hatched in red in the front left corner of the existing building. The buildings are not proposed to be attached, but there would be a 10-foot space between the buildings left and right and a 5-foot space to the rear of the building, proposed building, and to the front of that alcove of the existing building. They would also like to expand the pavement area to provide access to the front of the building. My understanding that the front of the building will have overhead doors for access into the building itself. We did have an opportunity to talk with Mr. Hunter some time ago, and we looked at the relatively small scope of this project, and the concept was discussed that recharging a roof system may be a good alternative in this situation. We were able to conduct soil testing, soil permeability testing, deep hole tests last Friday. The results of those are outlined to the left of the plan sheet with test pit 1 and test pit 2. Groundwater elevations were based on modeling. Permeability rates were run utilizing a Gulf permeameter. The soils were relatively slow in infiltration capacity. I believe 0.58 inches per hour was the slowest of the two rates we observed. So what we've done is size the roof recharge system, as you can see, centered over the test pits to the right, left front corner of the property in blue. And the idea would be to pipe those to the downspouts of the proposed addition and again, provide for some stormwater mitigation in that area. Moving forward, we plan to evaluate the septic system, the water supply to the building, and the parking, both existing and proposed, and how the proposed project will impact those. But we wanted to come before the board this evening, show you the concept, talk generally about what we're planning to do moving forward, and get some input from the board if we were on the right track, if there's anything they'd recommend, anything that they prefer, any concerns that they may have, any suggestions that they may have. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have or listen to comments that you may have. Thank you.
What's the building height?
16 feet.
16 feet?
That's all.
Okay.
That's similar to the height of the existing building.
I think it's extra.
One question, when you were talking about the overhead doors, were you talking about on the existing building or the new building?
The new building. The existing building has a facade. The overhead doors are located to the left. You can see the concrete areas, the loading areas and access areas are provided underneath that overhang into the rear portion of the building.
They're showing the overhead doors.
Yeah, I see them. I guess my question I need to ask is, it's kind of a peculiar place to pick the stick that building. I mean, it looks like it's gonna interfere with the driveway. Has this been run by the fire department? Yeah, it needs to go before the fire department so they can make sure that the entrance is adequate. I mean, how many feet do you have between the recharge system and the building that you're gonna be able to fit a driveway?
So you could see the existing driveway.
Yeah.
So,
Just a
um,
couple feet. Yeah. it's-
Yeah, but there's, without that building, there's a whole lot of space there. I'm just concerned, we're gonna be,
as you come up the driveway, you know, the existing driveway and pavement kind of comes up and then turns to the left and cuts across the top end of the proposed recharge system. So from that radius to the proposed building, we have about 25 feet.
okay. As long as, you know, fire and safety is satisfied with that. I mean, far be it for me, I just found it a cute place to stick this. And, you know,
Bill, this is the first I've seen it, so, once they submit it, they'll
yeah,
send it to the departments and the Graves, but we haven't seen it yet.
yeah. No,
But I have a question when you're done, Bill.
yeah, one more. I just find it, I'm just wondering why. There's nothing wrong with it. It meets, I wonder why you wouldn't attach it to the, are you concerned that it might, if you attach it to the existing building, it might enact stormwater management for the existing building?
This is, I would defer to Ethan on that. This is where he had asked us to position it. They did not want it connected.
Yeah,
We initially, like, I kind of got thrown in the second half of this project. So the initial project, they showed the owner and the manager that was doing it before chose to build the building just because it was cheaper. You know, we could get a prefab building, throw it
wrap
up
it up, yeah.
and move
So you
on.
didn't, yeah, so you didn't have to attach it.
Right, so we didn't have to, it would be a standalone, and then this is the project where we paid the contractor to do all of it,
Yeah,
and the guy dug a hole in our front yard and left with all the money. So now, we've now kind of resurfaced this and tried to do it again.
well, I'm kind of glad that it happened for you, because if you put the building up without approval, we would have had to tear the thing
It
down.
was approved, we had permit. We had,
I don't know how you get a building without a site.
like I said, I wasn't part of
But
that
it's sort of,
process, but.
yeah, it's sort of like the use permit.
This is gonna be a heated building?
There's, right now, I don't, it's insulated, I know that.
Yeah, insulated.
What's that?
Insulated but not heated?
Sure,
You're just using it to store, right? Storage.
it's really just gonna be storage, so.
Metal pipe,
Right, I mean, like, these cabinets go inside anyways.
Yeah. no bath, stuff
No,
like that.
no, no offices, no.
What type
Well,
What's that?
type of vehicle traffic would you be
It's really just gonna be a forklift, you know, what I mean, like, it'll be our regular trucks.
So it'd be a forklift inside the building?
It would bring the boxes into it and then go back and.
Have a floor drain in the building?
We'll drain it in the building,
That's
keep blending it.
traffic in there, otherwise you could put bollards up in front of the door.
yeah, if you bring vehicles into the building, it's something.
They're not bringing it into the
It's got a fork truck.
Nice, a full truck.
building.
Well, Jeff will advise us. So,
The
like,
park is gonna be stored, you know.
he needs to be aware that vehicle traffic, well,
Park truck.
he'll assume that with the garage doors.
Right.
He's gonna assume vehicle traffic. But if it may trigger that a drainage system needs to be put in. And not cheap. Because obviously it's for oil spill,
Right.
so it needs to have a contain, you need to,
Container.
Just go.
yeah, needs to go into a tank. So,
Okay,
but he'll, after he gets opportunity to review the engineering on it, I'm sure he will, assess the situation. And we'll go from there. Well, I mean, I'm sure with the garage doors, it probably would have triggered his question. Just pretty thorough. We'll let him determine.
There was an issue when we did the other building.
Yeah. You guys have any other questions?
No, we just gotta figure that out.
Yeah. Everything else, I mean, it's a simplistic,
That's pretty simple.
yeah.
Bill?
Yeah,
I've run into this before, and I think, unless it's changed, that there's fire code about the distance between one building to another, and I think it's more than 5 feet. I may be wrong.
yeah, that was that's why I suggest we get the fire department to look at it, because they need to be able to access it between their cases
Right.
of fire. You know, but that's,
So you, Rick or Ethan or both of you are welcome to call the fire chief or just submit the plans and wait for him to comment, but it's up to you.
has Bill
Well,
resigned yet? Is it,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
right? I think Jeff Bagma is taking over, right? Is it Jeff? Yeah, Jeff Bagma is taking over. He'll do a good job with it too.
All right. All right.
Jason Bagma,
Jason.
yeah, Jason. Okay.
So we'll, we can either take care of it or you can take care of it, but it's still gonna go by him. So you
I-
guys-
Yeah, no,
I tend to think it's better if you take care of it in case they have questions for you.
all right,
Same with Jeff Walsh. We need to get all this to Jeff Walsh at Graves Engineering.
yeah, well, you're not done with this, right, Rick?
no, this is just a
Oh.
concept. I mean, we haven't completed a finalized plan. We just wanted to come in and show
Yep.
it to the board, make sure we were on the right track, get some comments, get some feedback. We can certainly have a dialogue with the fire department, the fire chief, get his input with respect to this proposal. You had also mentioned Jeff, is that the building?
No,
Commissioner?
these are
Yeah,
Peter and
he's
civil
there.
engineer.
He's the engineering consultant.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, obviously, there'd be a.
Yeah, the sooner you get everything to him, the quicker, we can make a determination point, but. So when you're prepared to file the application, be prepared to get him the documents as quick as possible.
Okay, thank you.
Which application? Building permit application?
No, site plan review.
Okay.
We need a site.
The application.
do-
yeah.
Is the application in all right?
Oh, yeah, we've continued this hearing about 5 times. Waiting for
Yeah,
this.
that's right. This is the continuation. It's always great. Okay, so we'll need to continue it until you're completely done. And, but I would advise you, is this your final plan right now until you talk to Jeff?
No, this is just a concept, again, just to get some feedback, so
Okay.
I think we, go talk with the fire department, make sure they're on board. We've got some concerns that I think we, can have discussions with the building commissioner regarding potential floor drains and industrial wastewater holding tank and requirements for that, if in fact they're gonna have vehicles in this proposed building. So I've heard some things that obviously have come up that we need to deal with. I, again, was just hoping to get some initial feedback on this. I don't think we're hearing anything that's a showstopper. We certainly can provide you with some dimensions and make sure that the fire apparatus will be able to maneuver the proposed driveway and the building. And, as we move forward, we'll get you some elevations of the building so you can get a feel for that. But I do think this was helpful, and I do appreciate the board's time this evening. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And, well, we'll have to, how long do you think it will take to achieve what? How long before you be back to us with something? I don't want to just continue it to the next meeting if this thing's gonna drag on for a month.
How long when is your next meeting? Let me ask you
June
that.
5th. June 5th.
June 5th?
Yeah,
Yeah, that should be fine.
Well, what, if I may, Bill, it also has to go to Graves and get their response. The
Yeah,
fire
it's-
chief,
it's not gonna be ready for June 5th.
it
No way.
won't be ready.
I'm
The
not,
Hey, do we
idea,
have a rendering coming up, just so everybody's on board? You know, you want to give him an idea what we're gonna be looking for a rendering also?
Yeah, building appearance is important too. We've enacted a set
How do
of
we like to-
guidelines.
I suggest you guys go to the 19th and that should, maybe we can actually wrap it up unless there's something crazy. Bill, there might be some people online or in the audience. This is.
Yeah, I'll get to the board's done with the questions. I will not be here on the 19th. There's a possibility that I'll be able to come in. I'll be in Italy.
Wow.
If I've got good Wi-Fi, I could probably enter the meeting. But Damon, I'd appreciate it if you had the opportunity to be present for that in case I can't get on.
Yeah, 100%. I will be there, Bill. I will be there in person.
You only need 3 votes, so it's.
Yeah, it's just site plans, so.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
as long as we got something there I mean, the building that's already there, I know it's only so I know you're probably looking to be a little higher than that. I know that's kind of office area out front, so, but sort of try to make it look like it's something that kind of belongs there and not just something that's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You know,
I got-
basic-
So all the trim and the color of the building matches the existing building, so everything should look beautiful.
Okay.
The height was 16 feet, David, so that's about what it is now.
Now,
Oh, okay, all right.
one other thing, Damon, I just realized this too. I'm not gonna be here for the 5th. So we'll
Okay.
need to have that one
I'll be
too. Jack, if there's anything on the 5th, we've got an issue. I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks.
Well, the 5th is.
We've got any of these public hearings. Now that Jimmy is not on and a new addition to the board won't be able to vote.
Yep.
We're going to, that's gonna present a problem for the special permits.
It is.
I need to be present, so we need to have conversations with those applicants and advise them that I'm not gonna be at the next 2 meetings.
And so you're back the first meeting in July?
Unless we move the 19th to the following week.
I
Yeah,
can't be
we
here.
could do that.
Yeah,
24th.
that would probably be,
Oh,
yeah.
Barry can't be here, so,
I don't think I'll be here, but I can remote in.
yeah,
So
so
you
I
guys
would
got
be
a lot of
able,
vacations going on.
yeah, so we gotta figure out if July works.
July 3rd.
Gail, what's the meeting schedule for July?
Well, the 3rd is the holiday before the 4th.
Huh.
And then the next
All
one
right,
is,
so let's have it on July 4th.
Well, you know what?
Everybody will be around.
Let's leave everything scheduled for the 19th or the 5th or the 19th. I'll see if I can come in from there. But if it's a travel day or something for us, I don't know the complete schedule while I'm there. If it's a travel day, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to get on the meeting. But if that's to occur, I will make sure that I advise at least a few days in advance, so we can advise the applicant.
Absolutely. And I don't think, well, 23 Kate might want to come in, but I bet you Harry's not done yet. He's been dragging this out. We'll figure it out. It's what we do.
Okay, we'll figure it out, yeah. Okay. All right, before we move on and continue, I'll take any questions from the community. I don't see any hands up, so I'm gonna assume there's no questions right now. Once again, this is gonna be continued, and obviously the engineering consultant from Mendon will have to review, so. So with that being said, I'll take a motion.
Motion continued to June 19. We're looking for,
Yep, June 19th, 6 o'clock.
yeah. Because that's not a special permit anyways.
No, that's just like,
Okay.
you guys can do
We can
that.
do that.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So. That item is disposed of, and I think that's the end of the
That's it.
agenda.
Second.
I'll take a motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Have a good night,
We'll
guys.
see you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Take
Good
it
night.
easy, everyone.
Yeah, well, I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.